In today's video, I'm going to share the easiest way to choose colors for your colored pencil drawings. This is a way that I have used in the past, and it was extremely helpful for me when I was a beginner colored pencil artist and struggling to know what colors to use for my drawings. And stick around because I will show you another tip for using this easy method of choosing colors that is going to make it even easier for you. Let's jump right into it. The easiest way to choose colors is by using your computer or tablet, which has a paint or photo editing program like Windows Paint, GIMP, Photoshop, or any other type of painting app that you may have. It can really help you out. If you have a Windows computer, it should have the paint program on it as default. GIMP is similar to Photoshop and is free to download, whereas Photoshop charges a monthly subscription fee. Unless, of course, you have one of the older versions of Photoshop pre-subscription era. Now, I will show you how to choose colors using the easy way. First is to open up your painting app that you have. I am using Photoshop for mine. You do not have to use Photoshop though if you do not have it. Open up the reference photo you are going to be using for your drawing. Then create a new document. I'm going to make this one just 500 by 500 pixels and 150 resolution with a white background. This is going to be your color palette. Next is to zoom into an area of your reference photo where you want to see the colors that are there. Then you will select the color dropper tool that you see up in the left section of the tools, and then click on the area of your reference photo where you want to extract the color that is there. Then select the paintbrush tool and adjust the size to what you would like, and go to your white color palette and click to paint on the color you just extracted from the photo. And you're going to repeat this step over and over until you have created a palette of colors to your liking. Try to focus on extracting colors from larger areas of your subject and not the teeny tiny ones that aren't going to really pan out. So try to get a few colors that you see in the highlights, the midtones, and the shadow areas, as those really are the base makeup of either a photo, or in which case this is going to end up being a drawing that you make, so it's going to end up being the makeup of the drawing that you end up drawing. One thing that you want to keep in mind when choosing colors this way is that there are a lot of color combinations throughout a photo, and the colors you extract are never going to be the exact colors you may have in your colored pencil set. So now that you have your color palette full enough to your liking, you can do the next part in two ways. You can either print out your color palette, or you can hold your colored pencils up to your screen or your tablet or computer and try to match the colors that way. If you opt to print it, just know that not all printers print the same, and not all paper reacts the same to ink. Ink isn't cheap, and if you are doing this for every one of your drawings, that can get pretty pricey. When holding your colored pencils up to your screen to match them, it is going to be a little easier for you to see with your own eyes more accurately than it is showing up for me recording this video for you to show how to do this. You're never going to get 100% color accuracy with this, but it will be close enough for you to work with. Okay, now let's talk about that tip that I mentioned that's going to make this even easier for you to extract colors. Using this method of color picking with a paint app or program, this tip isn't going to work if you are only using the Windows Paint app though. You need to have a more advanced painting or photo editing program for this step, like GIMP or Photoshop. And comment below if you know of any other apps that have this capability besides GIMP or Photoshop. So what you want to do is open up your reference photo, duplicate your photo, or just use the one photo layer if you like. Then you are going to go to Filter, Blur, and you want to do Gaussian blur. This may be called something entirely different in GIMP, because I've never used GIMP, so I honestly have no idea what it's called with GIMP. You want to blur your photo by anywhere between 10 to maybe 20 or 30 pixels. Now that your photo is all blurred, this makes it so much easier to pinpoint the highlights, the midtones, and the shadows of your reference photos so that you can go in and select the area that looks the lightest, ones that look like it's kind of in the middle range, and then the ones that look like they're the shadows. And when you're picking your shadows, you don't want to pick black. Black, of course, is the darkest shadow that there is going to be, right? But you want to pick colors. You can always add black into your drawings, but you don't want to just pick black areas for this color selection of your reference photos, because this isn't going to help you out with your drawing in the end if you aren't picking colors. And then of course, extracting colors from the non-blurred photo will allow you to get colors for smaller areas, like an animal's eye that would be really hard for you to see with it blurred. I've got some more ways that you can choose colors for your colored pencil drawings in the top right video, or alternatively, the video YouTube suggests for you in the bottom right may be more appealing to you. And if you are interested in learning how to draw wildlife and pets, over on my Patreon I offer real-time 1 to 15 hour drawing tutorials with a voiceover of tips and explanations. Sign up at patreon.com/Jessica Matheny or follow the link in the video description. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.